Hi everybody, this is the final video relating to the issues with this P2. This video has been a long time coming because I've only just got it back from Hornby. They had it for over 2 weeks. Everybody needs to form, I think, their own opinion on the quality of service from suppliers. At the very beginning, one of my first questions to Hornby was, is there a way of switching off the steam generator so I just have sound? And they categorically said no. But it then transpired by someone else that F24 switches the smoke generator on and off. When I questioned this with Hornby, the response was, oh, we know about F24, we just don't tell people, even though they ask, about F24, because the locomotive can run without water, without any issues. Now, when you ask them a specific question, you really do need an answer. It's not up to them to decide. They should give me the answer or not, when clearly there is an answer to my question. They had this locomotive for over 2 weeks. They said the only issue they could find, even though there were several, was when it ran round after a while, short while, steam stopped. Even though it had water in it, what they had to do was add another 5 mil and then it'd work again. So there does seem an issue with the quantity of water in the locomotive. They did say if I wanted to, I could have it swapped for a new one, another P2, but they said that they couldn't guarantee it would not be problem free. Now that to me is a ridiculous statement to make, telling me that they could supply a brand new locomotive, they can't guarantee it will be problem free. What also annoyed me is their MD told me when I had issues with my Hornby Elite, if I have any issues, I can contact him. So I did, about the shortfalls in the quality control, quality of information. And someone else contacted me instead, telling me that he doesn't want me to contact them. You have to contact them, which annoyed me a little because it was his suggestion. I contacted him. What appears, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, whether certain employees are paid to give out waffle. It doesn't matter what problems you have, they've always got to come back with an answer that makes you look as if you're in the wrong, which annoyed me. The locking up mechanism, by the way, on this locomotive, where it ran and stopped, it turned out to be, I noticed before I sent it back, one of the screws holding the link, the running gear, whatever it's called, come out and it was jammed. So I put that back in and it ran fine then. But yeah, I find it frustrating. I don't mind the cost, well I do mind, but the cost of locomotives are going up, particularly with Hornby products. Now I'm aware that the cost of manufacture, chips and so on, is increasing all the time. The cost to bring items from China is going up all the time. So that's fine. I agreed to pay the money. It was my decision to pay the money. What I don't like is you pay all this money and end up with issues. You try and get those issues resolved and you end up with a lot of rubbish in return. But yeah, it was my choice to pay the money. And again, I don't mind paying the money as long as I'm getting quality of service. What I've also found out, by the way, in addition to F24 to switch the steam generator on and off, there are two other CVs you can change, which is CV211 and CV212. No, CV212, which sets the steam volume for the chuffs and the idle. So you can, if you're not happy with the chuffs, you can play about with the CVs. Always remember what the original setting was. What I've also found out is, although it's warm, it doesn't get as hot as the off-the-shelf steam generator you can buy. It works on an atomizer using sonic vibration and pulses. Hornby tell me it's like two plates rubbing together. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is a steam atomizer because, like I said, it doesn't get as hot as the other smoke generators you can get. What I've also noticed on the internet, getting away from the P2 now, is people talking about gatekeepers and trolls. I mean, I've had both, which don't bother me now. And an opposite to trolls and gatekeepers, I find a tremendous amount of help out there and some fantastic modellers and railway enthusiasts that have helped me considerably over the past year or two. So although this hobby has got the trolls and the gatekeepers, which does upset people, and I understand why, opposite to that, there are some brilliant people out there, and this is still a brilliant hobby. So that's the end of the P2. The only other thing that worries me is I pre-ordered the Black 5 with steam and sound, which I believe will come out in a few months. The DCC ready version has already come out with the new tooling. Now what worries me, I had a look at Sam's trains. He just bought one, a Black 5. Generally it looks very nice, but he's had loads of issues with his. He's had glue marks all over it. There's a poor connection issue there. When it went around a bend, it shorted out and stopped. He took the tender off his P2, put it with the Black 5, and it ran fine. And generally, poor quality and poor running. He paid over £200 for his Black 5 as the DCC ready version. And again, it was his decision to buy that, as my decision was to buy the sound and steam version. But again, if you're paying that kind of money, you expect quality of service and quality of product. That's probably turned out to be a rant now, isn't it? And I didn't want it to be. So I hope some of the information in this video will help people if they have issues with their P2, and probably the P5, Black 5 rather, when that comes out, may have similar issues because it's got the same steam generator in it. But yeah, the F24, CV211, CV212, if you're having issues, have a play about with them. So that's it for now. And again, I keep saying this, the next video will be on my back scene. I thought this would come back to me a lot quicker than it did. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks very much for your time. Bye.